Praise be Jesus and Mary. Today's gospel, we see how the poor widow catches the eye of our Lord and how her offering moves his very heart. He says, after seeing the widow's offering, he says, "I tell you truly, this poor widow put in more than all the rest. She, from her poverty, has offered her whole livelihood." The Holy Father, Pope Francis, says that in following Christ, our Lord doesn't ask for much. He doesn't ask for little. Our Lord simply asks for everything. He asks for everything. And our Lord tells us himself that the value of our offering in the service of God is really measured by our generosity, yes, but primarily by the quality of our interior dispositions. Many spiritual masters spoke and speak of the importance of the purity of intention. Purity of intention can change the most insignificant things and give it value in the eyes of God. And bad intentions can actually ruin things that are externally good in the standards of men. So purity of intention is very important, especially in the spiritual life. Now, if that's the case, then it would be important to find a way to practice this purity of intention. One motive that Saint Louis Grignon de Montfort gives in his classic book, The True Devotion to Mary, one motive he gives for encouraging the faithful to make this consecration is that Our Lady purifies our good works. She embellishes our good works, and then she presents them to our Lord. And as he points out, whatever Our Lady presents to our Lord, he does not reject. He doesn't look at what is given, but who gives it. And Our Lady gives everything to our Lord. And consecration to Our Lady does precisely this. In the Gospel, the poor widow moves the heart of our Lord. But we know that in the history of salvation, there was only one person who caught the eye of God and moved him to the point of actually taking flesh in her womb, and that is the Blessed Virgin Mary. Our Lady was necessary for the incarnation of Christ, as Saint Louis Grignon de Montfort says. It is a hypothetical necessity, he calls it, which basically means that God could have chosen many other ways to come into this world. But once he has chosen this particular path, that order and economy will never change. So that means is, as God comes to us through Our Lady, we need to go back to God through Our Lady. And it is our Lord himself who from the cross entrusts us to his Blessed Mother when he says, "Behold your mother." He gives us as his last testament the gift of his own mother, And in doing so, He gives us everything, literally. And that gift should move our hearts to give Him everything as well. Our Lord does not ask for much, He does not ask for little, but He asks for everything. May we give everything to our Lord and give Him everything always through the hands of our Blessed Mother. Praise be Jesus and Mary.